this offensive line. They're trying to, just kind of basic things up, go back to, or just zone blocking, and everybody knows an assignment, and it's been a better 2 weeks.
I mean, obviously, offensive linemen, we want to run the football. That's our thing. We pride ourselves in that. So it's been great, like, as an offensive line to be able to go back kind of to basics, quote unquote. And, I mean, that's what we enjoy doing. But obviously, we're able to pass protect if we need to. And, we're up to the challenge, and we pride ourselves in trying to be very good pass protectors. But, offensive linemen love to run the football. So it's great.
What do you think about the mix and matching that's been done in the last couple of weeks? I guess especially in guard.
To me, it is what it is. Whoever I'm playing next to is who I'm playing next to. It's not, I don't feel a certain way about any certain person. It's just, I have to get my job done with whoever's next to me. And everyone that I've played guard next to, I've liked. I hang out with outside of football. I don't have any issues with the people I play guard next to. I like them a lot. And everyone has their own things that they do well and their own tendencies. And, it's just kind of that week in practice and getting all the reps I can next to that, whoever it may be, and just being the best version of me that I can be and helping them any way I can.
Seems like Mitchell sitting for a bit might have helped him show some improvement.
I think Mitchell played really well in his last game, and, I think he's played well in the past as well. He's just had a few plays that, didn't do well on, and as an O-lineman, it's just those plays tend to stand out more than the plays where you did your job, the, 9, 10 other plays. But, that one play that stands out is kind of glaring in everyone's mind. So, Mitchell's my guy, and I'm always going to ride with him. And, I think he played a great game yesterday. Or not yesterday, I'm sorry, Saturday.
I think the last time we talked to you, you were talking about how people might have some opinions about the line and stuff like that. To have a couple games like you guys have had now, I mean, is that rewarding for you guys to
Yeah,
do that?
definitely. I mean, as an O-line, we don't really do it for the whole public narrative and to have people talking about us. We do it because we want to be the best version of us and help the team and also help the guys next to us. And but yeah, it has been nice to kind of basically show everyone what we can do, and now everyone's kind of in our corner. So the goal is to continue to play well and continue to produce on the field, and we can have people in our corner and keep them in our corner.
I think Coach Sweeney said that you've played really well, and in particular as of late. I mean, do you feel like there's something in particular you've been able to do to kind of take another step as a player?
I feel like it's just confidence. Like you have a bad game, like I said, it's kind of hard to recover from, or you have a play that you didn't think you did the best on. It's you kind of have to flush it, but that's kind of a thing that lingers with you. But I think just kind of playing with confidence and each play is a game of its own, that sort of thing has kind of helped me a little bit. And then, like I said, just trying to be more intentional with, whoever I may be playing next to, making sure that I know their tendencies so that, if a twist comes, we can pass it off. When we're running our GT counter, I know what they're going to do, and I know what it looks like when they're going to kick out versus when they're going to log it. I feel like that's also helped me, just being more intentional with the way I practice and kind of asking the scout team guys too, hey, this guy that I'm going against this week gives this. Hey, do you mind giving me this look? And, I feel like getting that has helped a lot, and the scout team guys over there are great.
What would be an example of that? Would it be like this guy's pretty good run blocker, or this guy's against a certain pass rush move, or would be the things?
Yeah, so I know in weeks prior, like there was players that they were really good. Once they got into the run fit, they'd kind of push you and snatch you down, and that was something that I had struggled with in the past. And I said, hey, do you mind giving me this look? And it was something that I was able to work on week after week. And then just saying, this guy does X, Y, and Z as a pass rush move, whether it be, he's going to swipe my hands, or he's going to dip the edge, or he's going to long arm me, and just kind of getting that look. And you don't want the game to be the first time you see something or the first time you've seen it in a while. So kind of having them do it, and then you can figure out what you need to do better in order to counteract that has been really helpful.
Any questions for Blake from Zoom? Anybody else in the room?
Blake, is there that time in a game where you all just kind of know that you're having your way, and if there is, what does that feel like?
I mean, I don't know if there's a certain time where you can look, but there's like the feeling when you know that you're kind of imposing your will on someone, and that's a great feeling as an O-lineman. That's kind of what, as an O-lineman, in my opinion, you should strive for, is when you know that guy wants to do whatever he wants to do, and you're not going to let it happen, and you're going to move him off the ball against his will. I've heard people say it before, like that's the greatest feeling in football, and it's really true. Like just being able to move someone against their will where they don't want to go is amazing.
I think Coach Sweeney said that, Will Shipley might have been a little mad because people forgot about him. He brought that to the game. You tell he was running mad.
I mean, he definitely went out there and had a day. What was it? Each back had over 100 all-purpose yards each, correct? So, I mean, I think both of them did a great job, and I think Ship had a great, first showing back after what happened at NC State. And I'm really glad that, it was nothing super, super major because I'm sure all of us were kind of scared in that moment. You see a hit like that, and it's, scary. You don't know what it's going to be. So I think it's a blessing, and I think it's great that he went out there and played the way he did. And I think he really was just kind of the love for the game and kind of gave perspective of how quickly it can be taken away from you and, how bad things could be. So I think just the gratefulness and love for the game and the one-play mentality that he had going in there, you could really see it, and it's really great.
You remember that shot at NC State? Did you have a view of it?
Yeah, I remember being pretty close to it, and, I saw him, and I'm looking over him, and, when you see someone laying on the ground like that, it's scary, and after the hit he took, it was scary. So I think that kind of, at least for me personally, kind of gave me like, wow, this game is really a truly violent game we play, and that's what we sign up for, but it can be taken away from you at any moment. So it's play every play like it's your last, and Coach Sweeney says it a lot, but that kind of gave like a visual, like in-person representation of like it can be taken from you at any time. So, I mean, I think I'm grateful to God that he healed Shipley and made sure that, nothing super, super serious came of that hit, because, I mean, I think we all know, like, those hits aren't very common, but they can be detrimental sometimes.
The loss of Sage now, what will the impact be to the running game?
I think the thing that's great about us is we have depth at all positions. So next man up, I mean, Sage is great in the run and pass game. And, I think Brittany is also great in the run and pass game. We got Josh Sepp, who's good in the run and pass game. We got Olsen, who's good in the run and pass game. So I don't expect to see a super, super huge drop-off. I think that we'll be okay. And like I said, next man up. I feel like all those guys prepare as well, and I think they do a great job in practicing next to them. I don't think it's any different. I think, they just all have to lock in, know what they're doing.
Anybody else for Blake? All right, thank you, Blake. Appreciate your time, man.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.